With the country set to go for an election, institutions mandated to oversee how leaders in office are using the public coffers are leaving nothing to chance to follow the money trail, and where they are being directed, especially the governors who have access to the county funds and legislators who can access the CDF.
What I know is that there were budgets and there were funds allocated to CDFs and there were projects that were planned for. And as long as the 2021-2022 financial year has not come to a close, then this funding should continue to ensure that those projects and what was planned for is implemented. Of course, we do not expect this money to be diverted or misallocated. So we hope they'll use the money prudently, and they'll also prepare handing over reports on the projects that they will leave outstanding for each constituency.
The Auditor General, Gathungu, has maintained that those people who will be elected into various positions, especially who are tasked with overseeing public coffers in the run-up to the general election, will have a hard time settling in.
And handing over reports on outstanding contracts, performance or projects is not being done. So that is an area that we've been speaking with the National Treasury, we've been speaking with the Head of Public Service, and we've been speaking also with the Council of Governors. And it is an area that now I want to move in and do an in-year report, an in-year audit to guide them on what they need to do, or to remind them, because they already know of what they need to do to prepare for transition. Because we don't want the case of 2013 between the local authorities and the counties to recur. We again do not want the case of 2017, especially at the counties, when outgoing governors did not properly hand over to incoming governors, and we are still trying to unravel the issues to do with asset management.
The Auditor General has maintained that the county heads and some legislators have not cleared their pending bills. Gathungu says her office is preparing a detailed report for the financial year 2020-2021 that will show if those seeking elective posts in the country ahead of the August 9th general election dipped their hands in the cookie jar to finance their endeavours and not what it was intended for.
The other issue is on pending bills. We want all outgoing accounting officers to ensure they clear all pending bills before incoming accounting officers take over. Because what will happen is that incoming accounting officers will come and find a budget already done, because you know we're in the middle of budget making, yes. And they find that budget, that they must first charge what they owe, or what the county or what the ministries owe. And that now will affect their operations for the year.
The Auditor General says that they have prepared other reports that will show the public how their funds were spent, especially at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, I did indicate that we are currently doing a public debt audit on some key areas, and these reports are now at review levels, and I hope to issue them in due course. Now, with regard to COVID, we are doing a follow-up audit on COVID-19 related expenditure, but with particular emphasis on the vaccine rollout, because a lot of expenditures went into that. And this audit now, I have about 250 teams all over the country doing the audit simultaneously. I have given them up to the end of this month to finalize. Then we review the reports, and by mid-June I should issue that report. It is actually one of the IMF conditionalities that I should issue that report.